Dear friends, in this video I will be discussing about acetabulum fractures, pelvic fractures and treatment of these fractures and hip replacement for post acetabulum surgery. Now the first question is, what is acetabulum and what is pelvis? So this is pelvis bone, and this pelvis bone forms, this is right side hemipelvis, this is left side hemipelvis, and this is a socket, means this is acetabulum. This acetabulum is a socket part of hip joint. This is a ball of the femur, means head of the femur. This is a ball, this is a socket. This forms hip joint. The socket part of hip joint is called as acetabulum. It is named as anterior part, front part, posterior part, back part, and this is called column, and the rim is called wall, and this is again called column, this is wall. So posterior column, posterior wall, anterior column, anterior wall. Based on the fracture line, these fractures are classified as, named as anterior column fracture, posterior column fracture, anterior wall fracture, posterior wall fracture. Any single person can have multiple fractures. The next question is, how is this bone fractured? Most of the times this is due to road traffic accidents or high velocity injuries or fall from height. Basically these bones, pelvis and acetabulum gets fractured after doesn't get fractured with a small trivial trauma. It requires high velocity or a very major injury or something like a high energy blow to this area. And likewise, this acetabulum, we call it as right side, left side, and this is called pelvis. It can get fractured in this bone. This is called ilium, this is called ilium, this is called sacrum. So this can be fractured in any of these areas. And as I was telling, these acetabulum fractures, whenever we see these fractures, the treatment is most of the times surgery. Very rarely it gets fractured without any movement, but most of the times, because I was telling that these are high velocity injuries, these bones get displaced, means moved here and there, and we have to fix it. As you are seeing, this is an irregular bone. This is not a straight bone. It is not a straight bone like this. Since these are irregular bones, the fractures fracture line goes irregular way, and fracture can be seen in any of the planes. And fracture surgeries is complex type of surgery, and these surgeries requires a reasonable skill and knowledge to treat this type of fractures. And how it is treated? Most of the times it is treated with a plate and screws. We fix the fracture with a plate and screws. And the next question is outcome. If the first surgery for these fractures are done well, means fracture is not that complex, or surgery is done in a perfect manner, then the outcome should be good. And after 3-4 months of healing period, person should be able to stand and walk, initially with the support and later on without support. However, sitting on the floor, cross-leg sitting, squatting might be affected. She might not be able to do these activities after even after successful surgeries. Then other possibility means, if fracture is very badly broken, if the bone is very badly broken, or multiple fragments are there, in our orthopaedic terminology it is called as comminuted fracture. If it is there, we might have to operate from the front, means anterior fixation, back posterior fixation, means same patient we will be operating from the front, from the back, from the side. So this will be prolonged surgery requiring blood transfusions and requiring ICU stay. And such fractures, if it is multiple fractures and things like that, sometimes outcome is not very much uh, good. Meaning, even after this fixation, these fractures, after some months or years, will go in for arthritis. Because this socket which you are seeing is a smooth socket, smooth surface, and this smooth surface will have space for this head. So this will be smooth movement. This smooth gliding movement will not be there after multiple fractures and then fixation plate and screws. Because of this irregularity, and this cartilage also gets damaged with the fractures whenever there is fracture, this hip joint will go in for arthritis. What is arthritis? Arthritis meaning the loss of the smooth surface and loss of the congruency of this, and this smooth movement will not be there, and whatever movement happens in the joint will lead to severe pain and inability to carry out daily activities. So person will have limp, might have shortening of the leg because of this loss of this structure, will migrate and will have stiffness, will not be able to sit properly, climb stairs or sit on the floor. These things can be seen. Whenever when with the acetabulum fracture surgery comes with the arthritis, then we suggest hip joint replacement surgery. Then how is this hip joint replacement surgery after post-acetabulum surgery is different from normal hip joint replacement surgery, which we do for other reasons like avascular necrosis or like fracture of the neck of the femur, fracture of the ball. So how is this different? We have to look into multiple angles. One is that there will be multiple scars like front, back because of previous surgery. Whenever there is multiple scars, operating planes, means the tissues will have stiffness and fibrosis, we call it as. And because of multiple surgery, there will be bleeding. And because of previous surgery, there will be plate and screws. Sometimes these plate and screws will come in the way of our placement of this type of cup which we place during the hip replacement. Like this smooth surface will not be there, and irregular shape, and sometimes loss of this bone, loss of this wall. We might not be able to fix this as we fix in normal hip replacement. We will have to put, sometimes if there is loss of this, we will put bone graft, means we take bone from bone bank and fix it, recreate this socket and with the plate and screws, and then we'll put this acetabulum shell. Meaning this socket might not have its shape. We have to recreate, means reconstruction of the acetabulum might be required. And the previous plate and screws we will have to remove. So removal of the plate and screws will be, again, it will take another time, means extra time compared to normal hip replacement. So these surgeries are prolonged surgeries, and reconstruction of acetabulum. Sometimes there will be hidden infection in the plate and screws. We have to rule out the infection, and if there is infection, we will have to stage the procedure. Meaning, we remove the plate and screws, clean all the areas, wash it, and thoroughly clean with the antibiotics, and then wait for 2-3 weeks. Then go back and again do hip replacement. Then what is the outcome of hip replacement after acetabulum surgery? The next question. Outcome is reasonably good and good to excellent, depending on the type of initial fracture, depending on the type of the bone quality, and how best we put the implant, and how we plan these surgeries and arrange for specific implants, means augments. Sometimes we put augments, means some type of blocks and different shapes which will help in recreating the acetabulum. So arrangement and the planning of the surgery is very important, and based on the planning and based on the arranging the different implants and blood blood transfusions and different instruments, these outcomes will be based on this arrangement. If properly planned and executed, the outcome should be reasonably good, and these people also do well compared to hip replacement for other reasons. So this is about hip replacement for acetabulum, post-acetabulum surgery. If you have liked this video, if you found that this information is useful for you, yourself, or your some family members or friends, please like this video and share this video, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thank you.